Hi guys, this is Rogue Saber, and today I'm lagging it out. After a couple some talk in the forums about how the lag 3 is going to be reduced in battle rank, I decided to figure out just why. And took out lag 3 Series 8 for a couple realistic battles. This is the first time I've flown the lag 3 Series 8, and probably gotta say my first impression is it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Historically, I always thought the lags were kind of heavy and overbuilt, but it actually seems to feel relatively light and maneuverable. It's almost certainly not as maneuverable as what I'm going to face here on Colin Goyle, but it's not bad. The flight model is clearly not done in that I've got the throttle running at 100% and I'm barely warming up the oil on the plane. But it's not bad. Maybe they're changing the flight model so it's more realistic, and then I mean, if you this plane is not very fast. The big weakness of the lag series always seems to be the engine, but it's not as big of a problem when you can run the engine on 100% throttle and the oil temperature is only slowly climbing. I did a little research. The wing loading on the lag 3 is really quite low, so it does have some pretty good low-speed performance, or at least better than you would expect. Since the engine is so underpowered, it doesn't seem to go into a snap roll as easily. And this plane is completely stock, so let's see how I do. I could see some contacts out there. This is a small match, realistic battles like usual. There are only 5 enemy players, which makes this a very small match. And most of our team is flying either lag 3s, I-153s, or the always popular I-16 Ishak. Okay, we have our first enemy contact. It's a Sea Dragon. That is a plane that what can you say? It's a Japanese heavy bomber that's a float plane. Here we go. Moving into an attack position. I'm past him, opening the throttle. Start a zoom climb. Keep an eye out for enemy hot fighters. There are fighter contacts on the radar, but they seem to be bots. I can see them at low level. Wing over. H6K is surprisingly fast when you're pushing it. The rest of my team is on its tail, and we have more contacts on radar. I still don't see any player aircraft besides this H6K, so oh gosh. He's on fire, going down. We have another enemy player on radar. He's flying a KI-10, so there's a KI-45 in the match. That's actually quite dangerous at this level. In fact, that's dangerous at any level. That's probably their most advanced plane. I see an F-1M, which is another seaplane. That's a light bomber, recon plane type setup. So I'm going to go for the KI-45. And he sees me. And watch it. I intentionally threw it in a snap, roll, and spin, and, well, it's kind of hard to match that. I'm low on energy, so I might as well go and make a run on these guys. One of their players crashed into a bot. And the KI-45 is still on my tail. Come on. And he's down. One of my wingmates got him. Considering the sound that the cannon fire made, I'm pretty sure it was another lag. And that's a kill. So, gotta say, it's not bad. Engine's slightly damaged. Oil seems to be warming up, so I might return to base, except, well, all that's left is bots. Well, I shoot up a couple ground targets, maybe get myself killed. Yeah, the engine's starting to redden a bit, so it's probably hemorrhaging oil. Let's see. Oh, no, there's no sign of oil leak on the cockpit. Oh, KI-10 down. There's another one behind me. As I said, the airframe isn't bad. It's not a bad aircraft in terms of flying qualities. It's just the engine is so underpowering compared to what you would be used to with, say, a more advanced aircraft. And that was always the weak point of the LaGGing series. Going after this KI bot. And problem with the bots is they are always in behind planes at these low tiers, and that makes it really hard to engage them. With a low-wing monoplane like this, here's another bot. Yeah, no, it's not a bot. B5N2, that's another pilot. There's one left. That's B5N2. That's a Kate. Torpedo bomber. He's probably loaded with conventional bombs. And like the vast majority of Japanese aircraft this time frame, you'll burn nice. They're very easily damaged and destroyed aircraft. I have no one on my team with me. First, let him know I'm here. He's hitting my engine. The engine may be underpowered, but it seems to be rather, Oh, I'm going down. I'm going down. I didn't expect to burn up. Huh. So, what do I think? It's okay. Did not expect to burn up that easy, though. I always thought the LaGGs were rather well known for being a bit tough. No sign that I did any critical damage on that Kate. I'm not the only one flying the LaGG-3 Series 8, it appears. guess they both ran out of ammo. Which unfortunately will mean that Kate will be able to bomb with impunity, and this match might go on for a long time. So I'm going to end it here, and maybe we'll see how I do in another match with a different version. Well, that actually didn't last nearly as long as I thought it would, so I'll just move on. Okay, I unlocked the BK model of the MiG-3, Series 15. Unlock the LaGG-3 Series 66. Start working on the ultimate evolution of the LaGG. And oh god, a lot of upgrades are released. Airframe, compressor. So that wasn't bad at all. I got fighter, bomber, on hand, and that was first first win of the day in the Soviet Union, and I ended up at the top of my team. This is the bomber that shot me down, the Kate. And he ended up the top of his team, but he ended up crashing within about a minute, half a minute of me stopping recording. So, yeah, that didn't last nearly as long as I thought it would. Well, I just unlocked LaGG-3 Series 66, so I'm going to try that next. If I can afford to equip it. Or buy it. I probably can't afford to buy it right at the moment. No, I don't have a bot, so I can't use it yet. Yeah, I can't afford it yet. So let's go to Series 11. And let's see how this LaGG works. You know, I think it's probably going to perform almost identically. These early series LaGGs are only incremental improvements over each other, so let us go. Series 11, I believe, might be very late 1941 production. Of course, I have to face the Americans this time. How fun! Let's see, Tier 1 American aircraft, possibly Tier 2 American aircraft, so F-2A Buffaloes, P-36, possibly P-40 and higher. No secondary weapons, purchase distance, all that's pretty much standard for me at this point. Here we go. Size of the match. Ooh, it's a big match, and already we have 2 people that have actually dropped out. Gear up, flaps up, not landing. Don't know why it does that. Sometimes if you hit flaps low level, gear down, when you're raising the gear, it'll go to landing flaps instead of up. And again, let's see. Oil and water temperature are rising, but they're not rising that high. I've got the throttle full out, so yeah, it's still got the incomplete flight model problems. Well, I say the problems, but actually it makes the aircraft perform better than it should. Indicated airspeed is... It doesn't accelerate that fast. The acceleration is okay. And the airframe is fairly light, it's just the engine's weedy. Basically, I think you could summarize the lags as, well, the engine lags. That's what you could describe it as. Is the engine is weedy and the engine lags. So lagging it up is pretty accurate. You're going to lag. And not from the computer. You're just going to lag behind everything. Now, our team's got mostly Ishaks. 2 of the SB-2M bombers. And I'm the only lag, so this is going to be interesting. And someone crashed already. So climb to altitude. Whee! Roll rate is not bad. It's no Focke-Wulf. And it seems to be just a little bit slower than, say, the P-40. It's about comparable to the P-40 in Hurricane, actually. As I said, the one of the eventual corrections is the developers, LaGGing, did when they built the ultimate versions of the lags, was they started considering adding leading edge slats. But even without those, the low speed performance doesn't seem to be that bad, and it's actually seems to be a rather easy plane to fly. It doesn't. When I fly the I-16 and I push it just too hard, it'll snap roll, and if low altitude, that can be very easily fatal. This plane just doesn't seem to be as easy to screw up as the I-16. I kind of prefer the I-16 because of its performance, and I just kind of like the look of it. But the lag isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. I'm still not sure why they're going to lower the battle rating. Apparently, it doesn't do that well in terms of performance with unskilled pilots. I guess the win loss, supposedly battle rating changes are based on win-loss ratios and so forth, so that might explain it. But oh, they have a Havoc. There are a few aircraft that I really hate to fight, and one of them is the Havocs. A-20s are really infuriatingly hard to fight at low tiers because they're so fast and they're so maneuverable for a bomber anyway, and then they've got enough firepower to saw off almost anything's wing. Oh, there's the Havoc, and there's an SBD. Havoc is coming this way, but he's got a lot of people on him, so I'm going to avoid him and focus on the SBD. Someone's flying a P-26 pea shooter. The SBDs are a very good aircraft at low tier. I actually enjoy flying them. And I have almost hit... Yeah, that's the point where you want to avoid. Yes! Engine was even in idle. Nice! Though, I'm not sure I could... Oh, there's a Wildcat. That's dangerous. And I almost pushed it too far. Can I get him into scissors? Where'd he go? Yeah, this is very close to stall speed for this plane. I'm at around 260 kilometers, and I can feel the plane on the bridge. Oh, the SBD is still fighting. Now he isn't. Okay, I'm gonna push the combat flaps. Let's see if I can turn around. Well, not good. I'm going in. Hurricane is one of the things that really does well against me in a lag. And that's a Mark II? No, that's Mark I. So, let's see what the teams are looking at like right now. I'm leading for the moment, though that's not going to not going to stay long, as other people manage to shoot down targets. So, not bad. I think. Ouch! Poor guy in I-15. Still not sure why they're lowering the battle rating. I'm doing quite okay. The F4F and the Hurricane should be able to beat me, and they do. I don't know. People used to joke about Stalinwood and Russian planes being really overpowered and easy to kill, but that Hurricane shot me to pieces in almost one solid burst. I wonder if they went too far with the nerf on Russian survivability, because there actually was a little bit of historical truth to Russian aircraft being really hard to kill. It's mostly due to the fact that the designers realized that their manufacturers weren't very good, and they basically overbuilt the designs. They included a lot more stuff than most people would to keep planes, well, to make it so the aircraft were still performing alright, and they wouldn't fall apart in midair. So they basically overbuilt all of them. But I don't know. That did seem too easy for that Hurricane. Hurricane should beat me, but it should take longer than that one burst. Maybe I was right in the convergence distance. That would explain it. But I've been lagging it up, and, you know, the lag's not nearly as bad as it first seems. At least due to the height. Still don't know why they're lowering